Our planet's prehistoric past was home to creatures even more terrifying than dinosaurs. Don't believe it? Here are 15 animals that were scarier than dinosaurs. Number 15. The Dunkleosteus. Meet Dunkleosteus, the colossal predator of early Devonian-era America, an ancient aquatic juggernaut that ruled the freshwater realms with unmatched prowess. Disguised under the misleading moniker of sea scorpion, this animal was far from a mere marine creature, thriving in the unforgiving waters of ancient times. Picture this primeval behemoth, armed with chelicerae, compound eyes that scream power and precision, with a visual acuity that marked it as a top-tier apex predator. Dunkleosteus dominated its ecosystem, its very existence sending shivers through the prehistoric waters. Now, what sets Dunkleosteus apart from its relatives is not just its misleading genital appendage, but a lethal combination of features that make it the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. A triangular telson, menacingly enlarged pincers, and forelimbs that spell doom for anything. Size matters, and in the case of Dunkleosteus, it matters a lot. Hold your breath for these dimensions. Those front pincers are jaw-dropping 14 inches, and it's still missing a quarter of its length, hinting at a creature that could stretch up to a mind-boggling 8.5 feet. To put it bluntly, Dunkleosteus is not just the largest eurypterid, it's the largest arthropod ever recorded. But don't be fooled by its size. Dunkleosteus' lightweight build suggests a different story. While it might be the largest, it's not necessarily the heaviest. The true titans of weight may lie hidden among the deep-bodied, walking forms of the Hibbertopterus, casting shadows that challenge Dunkleosteus and its giant terror counterparts. Number 14. Smilodon. Enter the world of Smilodon, the iconic saber-toothed predator that roamed the Americas during the Pleistocene epoch, leaving an indelible mark on landscapes. Often mislabeled as the saber-toothed tiger, Smilodon was a feline powerhouse, a member of an extinct subfamily that defied the conventions of modern cats. Named in 1842, the very essence of Smilodon's identity is encapsulated in its generic name, meaning scalpel or two-edged knife, coupled with tooth. This formidable genus boasted 3 recognized species, with a robust build and exceptionally long upper canine teeth, standing as a true giant among felids. In North America, Smilodon ruled as an apex predator, hunting large herbivores like bison and camels with unparalleled efficiency. The La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles, California, house the largest collection of Smilodon fossils, providing a glimpse into the life and demise of these predators. As it journeyed into South America, a shift in diet became evident, adapting to new prey species, including Toxodon and Macrauchenia. The largest species, S. populator, thrived in both open and forested habitats. The Pleistocene epoch marked the decline of this creature, coinciding with the disappearance of North and South American megafauna. Its reliance on larger animals has been proposed as a factor in its extinction, with habitat turnover, climatic shifts, and anthropogenic impacts contributing to its demise. The extinction of Smilodon remains shrouded in mystery. Number 13. Megalodon. If you don't like bugs, you might want to look away. Step back into the late Carboniferous era and witness the rise of Megalodon, a monstrous genus of insects that defied the norms of size and terrorized the skies approximately 300 million years ago. Forget everything you knew about dragonflies and damselflies. Megalodon was the apex predator of its time, with a wingspan stretching well over 2 feet. It belonged to the Megalodonidae family, a league of giant dragonfly-like insects ruling the late Carboniferous to Middle Permian periods. Its eyes, likely enlarged relative to body size, glared down on the unsuspecting, while spines on its legs functioned as deadly trapping mechanisms to capture prey. Examinations hinted at the sheer mass of Megalodon, estimating the largest specimens to weigh between 100 to 150 grams. Yet, despite its size, this aerial predator faced some vulnerability: overheating. The evolutionary puzzle of how Carboniferous insects achieved such colossal proportions unraveled through a closer look at oxygen levels and atmospheric density. Harley's audacious theory proposed that the Earth's oxygen-rich atmosphere facilitated the insect's colossal flight, a hypothesis dismissed initially but gaining traction in recent times. Oxygen availability seemed to be the key, limiting the upper bounds of body size for insects. Yet, the Permian Megalodon-like insects, with wingspans rivaling those of Megalodon, posed a challenge to this explanation in a world where oxygen levels had significantly dropped. Amidst the scientific debates, another theory emerged. The lack of aerial vertebrate predators during the Carboniferous and Permian periods gave Megalodon and its kin the freedom to evolve to maximum sizes, an evolutionary arms race, so to speak, between plant-feeding animals and their predators, likely fueling this size race. Number 12. Hallucigenia. In 1977, paleontologist Simon Conway Morris unearthed a peculiar fossil from the Burgess Shale in the Canadian Rockies, challenging the classification of a half-inch, worm-like creature. Rejecting the annelid worm label, Conway Morris envisioned an organism walking on 7 pairs of spines and sporting 7 peculiar tentacles on its back. Dubbed hallucigenia for its surreal appearance, the model faced controversy until 1991, when researchers discovered related fossils in China, revealing the truth. Microdictyon, a cousin of hallucigenia, displayed plates instead of spines, clarifying Conway Morris's upside-down interpretation. The fossil was flipped, resolving the long-standing mystery of hallucigenia's orientation. A lingering question persisted, though: which end housed its head? Conway Morris proposed the blob-like structure at one end, but in 1992, Ramscold suggested it might be a post-mortem stain. Hallucigenia, equipped with defensive spines, teeth around its mouth, simple eyes, and throat teeth for digestion, had its limbs and spines better understood. Its diet does remain a mystery, but mouth parts suggest a suction mechanism for water and food intake, with throat teeth preventing backward movement. Hallucigenia is a whimsical name befitting its hallucinatory appearance. It unveils crucial insights into evolution, shedding light on one of the planet's largest and most diverse animal groups. This physical feature, revealed in nature, provided biologists with valuable clues about the evolutionary process. Number 11. Endoceras. The ancient giant of the seas, Endoceras, this colossal cephalopod once dominated the ocean's depths during the Middle and Upper Ordovician, approximately 485 to 419 million years ago. Named after its inner horn, Endoceras left a mark on the fossil record, defining the nautiloid order Endocerida. With its straight-shelled magnificence, this marvelous creature showcases a shell with a cross-section slightly wider than high, and its mature portion tapering laterally into the young, with straight and transverse sutures. Endoceras possesses a large siphuncle, strategically positioned close to the ventral margin in the young. This siphuncle exhibits concave segments, evolving into a potentially tubular structure in adulthood. Endoceras, named by Hall in 1847, has a global distribution with fossils discovered across North America, Europe, and even in Australia. While similarities exist with the genus Camaraceras, Endoceras stands apart from the nautiloids due to the distinct placement of its siphuncle, situated ventrally with septa forming from the onset. Picture the mature Endoceras, a behemoth lying in wait on the seafloor, an ambush predator of unparalleled proportions. Its strategic advantage lay in patient waiting, moving only when necessary to secure its prey. The younger counterparts, with compressed cross-sections, likely embraced a more active and mobile lifestyle. You can find a specimen at the Museum of Comparative Zoology measuring a preserved 9.8 feet. Recent estimates push its complete size to over 19 feet, earning it the title of the largest cephalopod by length in the fossil record. Now it's time for today's topic. In April 2025, a group of seasoned sailors navigating the remote waters of the South Pacific near the Pitcairn Islands reported something so bizarre, it left oceanographers scratching their heads. According to their testimony, the sea suddenly turned eerily calm, until their instruments began to fail and the water beneath them started swirling. What emerged beneath the waves was not a whirlpool, but an enormous, reptilian eye, the size of a cargo container, unblinking and perfectly circular. The sailors described the creature's skin as dark and scaled like ancient stone, with patterns that spiraled outward from the eye itself. The sea around it bubbled and pulsed as if responding to the creature's movement. One crew member swore he felt vibrations in his chest, as though it were communicating in some alien frequency. Marine biologists reviewing the account suggested it could be a distorted view of a whale or giant squid, until they saw the sketches and thermal readings. No known species matched. The image shown here is a CGI recreation, created based on those sailors' exact descriptions and positioning data. While no physical evidence exists, the men remain shaken and unwilling to return to open waters. Whatever it was older than fear itself. Number 10. Sarcosuchus. Fear the Sarcosuchus, the titanic flesh crocodile, that once roamed the early Cretaceous landscapes of Africa and South America, reigning supreme from a span of 133 to 112 million years ago. The name itself, derived from the Greek word sarx, flesh, and suchus, crocodile, captures the essence of a creature that epitomized power and dominance. Sarcosuchus stood as one of the largest predators of its time, with the formidable S. Imperator boasting a staggering length of approximately 29.5 to 31 feet and weighing an astonishing 3.8 to 4.7 short tons. It was discovered during expeditions in the Sahara Desert from 1946 to 1959. Sarcosuchus initially revealed fragments of its might, skull fragments, vertebrae, teeth, and scuts. The unveiling of its full scale awaited the groundbreaking discoveries of the late 20th century. In 1997 and 2000, an expedition led by esteemed American paleontologist Paul Sereno brought forth 6 new specimens. It sported distinctive features at the end of its snout, a bulla reminiscent of a gharial seen in modern gharials. Yet, Unlike the sexually dimorphic gharial, the skulls discovered suggested a universal trait with an enigmatic purpose that continues to baffle scientists. To grasp the monumental scale of this creature, scientists turned to the length of its skull, a method correlated with the total body length in living crocodilians. Using regression equations based on gharial and saltwater crocodile measurements, the largest known skull hinted at a total body length of a staggering 8.2 feet and weighing around 8.8 short tons. These estimates surpassed previous expectations and crowned it as a colossal titan. Number 9. Ferocity. The ferocity, commonly known as terror birds, were one of South America's largest carnivorous, flightless birds during the Cenozoic era, spanning a temporal range from 53.1 million years ago. These apex predators left a mark on the prehistoric landscape, with heights ranging from 3 to 10 feet. While their closest modern relatives are believed to be the diminutive serimas, the terror birds boasted an imposing presence in their prime. Notably, Titanes walleri, among the larger species, transcended into the South American realm, reaching Texas and Florida in North America. An intriguing aspect of the terror bird's anatomy lies in its neck, a well-developed and highly flexible apparatus that enables swift strikes on prey. Divided into 3 main regions, the neck has neural spines in higher regions and elevated neural spines in lower regions. This adaptive design facilitated a menacing downward strike, akin to an axe cleaving through its prey's skull with speed and power. Now, despite the external appearance of a short neck, the flexible skeletal structure allowed for unexpected extensions, enhancing the terror bird's ability to intimidate and strike with precision. The beak, tightly fused for resilience, suggested a formidable weapon capable of causing harm through powerful pecking. CT scans on the skulls hinted at a focus on downward force, dispelling notions of side-to-side head movements. Phorusrhacids, recognized as carnivores, displayed a carnivorous lifestyle. Observations of fossilized pellets suggest a unique feeding behavior reminiscent of owls, potentially swallowing prey whole and regurgitating indigestible parts. The rise and fall of their population coincided with environmental shifts during the Miocene and early Pliocene epochs, where terror birds thrived as predators in the savanna environment. However, the subsequent emergence of the Isthmus of Panama 2.7 million years ago marked a turning point. The influx of carnivorous dogs, bears, and cats from North America intensified competition, possibly contributing to the decline and extinction of terror birds. Number 8. Gigantopithecus. Well, Gigantopithecus, the colossal extinct ape that once roamed southern China from about 2 million to 300,000 years ago, has left behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and speculation. Represented by the sole species Gigantopithecus blacki, the limited remains discovered, including teeth and mandibles, have sparked debates about its appearance, behavior, and size. Now, in the realm of speculative estimations, Gigantopithecus has been envisioned as a gargantuan, gorilla-like creature, with some suggesting weights potentially ranging from 200 to 300 kilograms when alive. Sexual dimorphism, with males significantly larger than females, has been proposed due to the scarcity of fossils. The peculiar dental characteristics of Gigantopithecus are a notable feature. Reduced incisors, canine teeth that functioned akin to cheek teeth, coupled with high-crowned premolars and the largest molars of any known ape, set it apart. The molars have an impressive enamel thickness, up to 6 millimeters in some areas, adapting it to its herbivorous diet focused on grinding, crushing, and cutting through tough, fibrous plants. Now, Gigantopithecus is reconstructed as a generalist herbivore, favoring C3 forest plants. Trees of the fig family, fruits found on some teeth, hint at a diverse diet. The robust jaw structure and thick enamel served as a defense against abrasive foods like stems, roots, and tubers, sometimes accompanied by dirt. The extinction of Gigantopithecus around 300,000 years ago has been linked to the changing climate, resulting in the retreat of its preferred habitat. Archaic human activity might have also played a role in its demise, contributing to the end of this colossal ape's reign. In the realm of cryptozoology, Gigantopithecus has found a place in folklore as the potential identity of the Tibetan Yeti or the American Bigfoot. This association began in 1960, when zoologist Vladimir Chertinsky drew parallels between Yeti tracks and Gigantopithecus, a connection that's persisted despite skepticism from the scientific community. The creature's elusive nature, combined with the allure of mythical creatures, continues to captivate the imagination, making Gigantopithecus a legendary figure in both paleontology and cryptozoology. Number 7. Arthropleura. The Arthropleura, an extinct genus of massive millipedes, thrived in North America and Europe approximately 345 to 290 million years ago. These colossal land invertebrates reached lengths of over 8 feet, making them the largest known invertebrates ever. Well-preserved tracks up to 20 inches wide have been discovered in locations like Joggins, Nova Scotia. Now, These creatures' features are characterized by trilobate tergites and tuberculated dorsal surfaces. They grew exceptionally large due to elevated oxygen levels and the absence of significant terrestrial vertebrate predators. With an estimated 28 to 32 tergites and a diplosegmental leg arrangement, Arthropleura possessed a sturdy exoskeleton, evident in well-preserved fossils. Contrary to popular belief, it likely led a forest-independent life, roaming open areas even after the Carboniferous rainforest collapse. Although its diet remains uncertain, it's generally considered herbivorous, consuming spores, sporophylls, and seeds due to its massive size requiring substantial nutrition. The extinction theories vary, with earlier notions likening it to the decline of coal forests, while recent proposals suggest factors like tetrapod diversification and equatorial desiccation contributing to their demise. Number 6. The Megalodon. Belonging to the extinct family Otodontidae, it stands as an iconic giant in the realm of prehistoric marine predators. This colossal shark, scientifically known as Otodus megalodon, dominated the oceans from the early Miocene to the Pliocene epochs, approximately 23 to 3.6 million years ago. Despite its reputation, our understanding of Megalodon's appearance and size is hindered by the fragmentary nature of the fossils available. There is ongoing debate among scientists regarding its resemblance to other sharks, with some proposing it might have looked like a stockier version of the great white shark. Estimates put it at 16 meters, 52 feet, for a megalodon weighing up to 48 tons, 17 meters, 56 feet, reaching over 59 tons, and the maximum length at 68 feet, tipping the scale at 103 tons. Megalodon's ecological impact was profound, and its cosmopolitan distribution is evident in the fossil record. This apex predator is believed to have targeted large prey, including whales, seals, and sea turtles. Juvenile megalodons inhabited warmer coastal waters, feeding on fish and small whales. Unlike the great white shark, which attacks prey from the soft underside, Megalodon likely used its powerful jaws to penetrate the chest cavity and puncture the heart and lungs of its prey. The iconic fossils of Megalodon are its teeth, having characteristics such as a triangular shape, robust structure, large size, fine serrations, and a visible V-shaped neck. These teeth, measuring over 7 inches in height, are the largest known of any shark species, underscoring Megalodon's status as the largest macropredatory shark. Number 5. Dunkleosteus. Open wide for the Dunkleosteus, the ancient oceanic titan that ruled the late Devonian waters around 382 to 358 million years ago. Emerging as one of the first apex predators to dominate any ecosystem, this mighty jointed neck fish was a pelagic marvel, a true master of open waters with a predatory prowess that set the bar for all creatures that followed. The legacy of Dunkleosteus began in 1867 when J. Terrell, a hotel owner and amateur paleontologist, stumbled upon fossils in the cliffs along Lake Erie near Sheffield Lake, Ohio. The discovery marked the birth of a prehistoric giant that would revolutionize our understanding of ancient marine life. Initially misidentified, Dunkleosteus emerged from the depths of Ohio shale as a distinct species, rightfully earning its place in the annals of paleontological history. It was the undisputed ruler of its time, having a jaw-opening mechanism that was nothing short of remarkable. A 4-bar linkage mechanism connecting the skull, thoracic shield, lower jaw, and jaw muscles through movable joints, allowing Dunkleosteus to achieve astonishing speeds of jaw opening, completing the process in a mere 50 to 60 milliseconds. It also exerted a bite force considered the highest of any living fossil or fish, reaching up to 1,300 pounds of force. This incredible power allowed it to puncture or cut through the armor of free-swimming armored prey such as ammonites and other placoderms. Now, contrary to its initial characterization as a slow swimmer, Dunkleosteus showcased surprising speed, potentially fast enough to catch any fish like the Oridus. The fossil record also revealed a remarkable behavior, regurgitating boluses of fish bones, indicating a habit of routinely regurgitating prey bones rather than digesting them. This adaptable predator, with its semi-digested remains of other fish and the presence of teeth in association with the Dunkleosteus, hinted at a complex dietary strategy and a high level of ecological intelligence. Number 4. Leviathan. The Leviathan, an extinct genus of macroraptorial sperm whale, emerges from the depths of the Miocene epoch. The genus, represented by the sole species L. melvillei, takes its name from the biblical sea monster Leviathan, while the species pays homage to Herman Melville, the author of the renowned novel Moby Dick. Thriving nearly 10 million years ago, Leviathan leaves a fossil trail hinting at a global presence, with isolated teeth discoveries in Chile, Argentina, California, South America, and Australia. It likely stood as an apex predator in its marine realm, preying on whales, seals, and other opponents. With a total estimated length of about 44 to 57 feet, it rivaled the modern sperm whale. Its teeth measured a staggering 1.1 feet, holding the distinction of being the largest biting teeth of any known animal, excluding tusks. The distinctive features of Leviathan include a basin on the skull along the snout's length, housing the spermaceti organ. This organ, considered in the context of echolocation, communication, or even ramming prey or other sperm whales, adds to the mystery surrounding their behavior. Now, unlike the modern sperm whale, Leviathan sported functional teeth in both jaws, adapted for shearing and interlocking, offering insights into its predatory techniques. With 22 teeth in the lower jaw and 18 in the upper, Leviathan exhibited a lower tooth count compared to other sperm whales, except for the modern dwarf and pygmy sperm whales. Various theories speculate on the function of the spermaceti organ, suggesting roles in acoustic communication, temperature modulation, buoyancy control during deep-sea diving, and even headbutting contests during mating seasons. As the climate shifted and baleen whales evolved, the larger and less diverse whale species that emerged posed a significant challenge to the smaller prey that Leviathan-like sperm whales once thrived on. The extinction timeline aligns with the ascent of orcas, the oceanic apex predators, and the emergence of large predatory globocephaline dolphins. Number 3. Helicoprion. Helicoprion, a horrific genus of shark-like fish, has left its mark in the annals of paleontological discovery, primarily through its unique tooth whorls. These toothy mysteries, arranged in logarithmic spirals within the lower jaw, are the main fossils representing Helicoprion. The fossils span approximately 20 million years during the Permian period. Now, the evolutionary connection of Helicoprion to modern chimeras, despite being distant, adds a layer of intrigue to its existence. The captivating feature of this creature lies in its tooth arrangement, believed to be an adaptation for feeding on soft-bodied prey. The specialized configuration may have served as a dehelling mechanism for hard-bodied cephalopods like nautiloids and ammonoids. However, precise conclusions about its full body appearance remain challenging due to the limited preservation of its skeletal remains. The presence of a large dorsal fin lacking a fin spine and a tall, forked caudal fin aligns with the body plan of an active, open-water predatory fish. The absence of pelvic and anal fins, coupled with broad keels along the body, underscores this adaptation for predatory pursuits. The estimates, based on tooth whorls, suggest individuals with whorls reaching 35 to 40 centimeters in diameter could have been 16 to 26 feet in length. The largest known tooth whorl, with a diameter of 56 centimeters, indicates an individual over 7.6 meters, 25 feet, in length, rivaling the size of modern basking sharks. I guess open wide, the serrated, triangular teeth increase in size away from the center of the spiral. The unique arrangement and lack of wear on the teeth suggest a diet primarily focused on soft-bodied prey. Helicoprion's story unfolds as a glimpse into the ancient seas, where a peculiar adaptation allowed it to thrive for millions of years. Its legacy, preserved in spiral tooth whorls, continues to captivate scientists and enthusiasts, contributing to our understanding of the intricate relationships between ancient marine predators and their ever-changing ecosystems. Number 2. Titanoboa. Enter the world of Titanoboa, the titanic boa that once ruled the Middle and Late Paleocene, with an awe-inspiring magnitude unmatched in the serpent realm. Discovered in the early 2000s by the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute in northeastern Colombia, this colossal creature, formerly known as Titanoboa ceruginoensis, emerged as the largest snake ever on Earth, rewriting record books and captivating the imagination of paleontologists. Stretching up to 42 feet and possibly even reaching above 47 feet, Titanoboa was a behemoth, eclipsing the previous record holder, Gigantophis garstini, from the Eocene of Egypt. Evolving in the aftermath of the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, Titanoboa stood as a testament to nature's resilience. Its discovery in the Sarajan coal mines also provided a glimpse into the ancient tropical rainforest that once thrived in the region, offering clues about the climate and biodiversity of the Paleocene. The warm, humid conditions of the time likely contributed to the snake's massive size, as reptiles are known to grow larger in hotter climates. Titanoboa's immense girth and strength would have allowed it to overpower even the largest prey, including crocodilian relatives that shared its habitat. Fossil evidence suggests that Titanoboa coexisted with other giant reptiles, creating a dynamic and competitive ecosystem. Its dominance in the food chain highlights the unique adaptations that allowed it to thrive in a world recovering from mass extinction. Now, it was initially identified through thoracic vertebrae and ribs. Later expeditions revealed the grandeur of Titanoboa, with parts of its skull and teeth. Originally thought to be an apex predator, the discovery of skull bones unveiled a surprising specialization. Titanoboa was more likely a masterful fish hunter. The anatomy of its palate, tooth count, and tooth structure all pointed to adaptations for a piscivorous diet, setting it apart from its boa relatives and aligning it with modern snakes with a penchant for piscine prey. Estimating Titanoboa's size involved meticulous analysis, comparing its undistorted vertebrae to modern boas. Initial size estimates suggest a length of approximately 2.1 feet and a weight ranging between 1,400 and 4,000 pounds. Subsequent discoveries of 8 additional specimens of similar size affirm the regular occurrence of these massive proportions. Number 1. Andrewsarchus. The Andrewsarchus, a massive mammal from the Middle Eocene period, provides a brief snapshot into prehistoric life, yet much of its story remains shrouded in mystery. Discovered in Mongolia in 1923 by Chen Pao and later described by Henry Fairfield Osborn in 1924, Andrewsarchus owes its name to the leader of the expedition, naturalist Roy Chapman Andrews, signifying Andrew's ruler. Now, what sets it apart is the fact that it's known solely from a single skull, resembling that of a wolf but much larger, standing at an impressive 3 feet tall. This lone relic has sparked both intrigue and speculation among scientists. Envisioned through artistic depictions, Andrewsarchus appears as a canine with a lengthy snout and adorned with a coat featuring stripes or spots. While the exact hue of its fur remains a mystery, scientists utilize contemporary herbivores and extrapolate from the skull's dimensions. Although conclusive evidence is lacking, researchers tentatively estimate that Andrewsarchus stood around 6 feet tall at the shoulder, stretching to a length of approximately 12 feet, and weighed anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pounds. If proven accurate, these dimensions would crown Andrewsarchus as the largest carnivorous mammal to tread upon the ancient landscapes, presenting an imposing figure that would have struck fear into the hearts of herbivores. One distinctive feature attributed to Andrewsarchus is the substantial hump on its back, believed to anchor its massive head to the body. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Andrewsarchus lies in its powerful jaws, a characteristic inferred from its skull. Of course, the purpose behind such jaws remains a subject of debate, with researchers speculating about its potential prey and feeding habits. Situated along the shoreline upon discovery, there is a prevailing theory that Andrewsarchus utilized its jaws to feast on turtles and mollusks. Despite the uncertainties that shroud Andrewsarchus, this singular skull has opened up a window into the ancient past, inviting scientists to piece together the puzzle of a creature that, despite its single representation, continues to capture the imaginations of those fascinated by the mysteries of prehistoric life. Which of these creatures do you think was the most dangerous? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.